Hey everybody, welcome to Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse for semifinal action here in Great Lakes Tournament District B. We've got the Lakers of Mid-Michigan hosting the Red Hawks from Lake Michigan, so it should be an exciting game. Chad Tom Cavanaugh on the call. You know, a bit of a delay today, so, you know, every team has experienced it, had some great conversations with both head coaches, and it is what it is. This is championship. This is March. You got to get it done when it counts.
Have to adapt in certain situations. And I know we had that about hour and a half to 2 hour hiatus, and it kind of moves all of the games back about 2 hours, which we're looking at a 9:30 start for our later game between Edison State and SC4. But it's all about the Lakers and the Red Hawks here at Steve Schmidt Gymnasium for a spot in the District B championship.
Yeah, that'll be Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock. You may recognize the voice of Tom Cavanaugh. He's the voice of the Monarchs from Macomb Community College. I typically do the Mott Bears games here in this historic gymnasium, so we're excited. Two great basketball teams, Mid-Michigan coming in at 23-6 overall. They're 13-1, finished first in the North. They're the number one seed in this bracket. Hosting the Red Hawks, they're 18-9 regular season, 9-5 in conference. And they are the 4 seed. But, you know, one thing that was impressive to me, I caught up with head coach Ricky Hampton. If you look at this team last year, they were 7-17, 1-13 in conference. So what a turnaround. I mean, this just does wonders for your program. And last year, Mid-Michigan, I mean, they finished 25-6. They lost in the Great Lakes District C championship game, and they're just a great program. So both teams in kind of different, I guess, spots in a sense, but it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It's just opposite sides of the coin here when it comes to storied success over the last several years. This is the best finish since before the 2020 started for Lake Michigan. They finished 4th in the MCCAA West with a 9-5 conference record, a complete 180 turnaround from last year's 1-13 conference record. So it's awesome to see them playing good ball at the right time. They defeated Grand Rapids Community College 98-89 in the quarterfinal earlier this week to get to this point. And when you look at it, they've scored over 100 points 7 times. But on the other side, this Lakers squad, they've won the MCCAA North back-to-back years. They finished second the 2 previous years before that, and this team fills it up, Chad. 95 points per game. That's second best in the MCCAA, and they've scored over the century mark 13 times in 29 games. That's remarkable.
Oh, absolutely. I think Coach Caleb House, I asked him, you know, they came up short against Kalamazoo Valley 77-73 last Friday night in that MCCAA championship semi game, and I asked him, I said, hey, does that bear any weight? Does that change your mindset? And he said, absolutely not. He said they did have a really good week of practice. He said they're ready to go. He said Laker Nation's going to be fired up to watch this one. And, you know, their big three, Zach Parks averaging 19, Amonte Green 18, and Vince Overshawn 14. He's expecting those guys to step in and, like you said, shoot for triple digits.
Oh, absolutely. And look at what Parks did in the conference semifinal loss to Kalamazoo Valley, as you had just touched on. 30 points, 15 rebounds. Are you joking me? The freshman at 6'6" out of Lake Orion, Michigan's the real deal, and he's going to be the star player for this Laker squad.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I did catch up with Coach Ricky Hampton. He said he's very happy with the team's progress. He wanted to do a special shout-out to Red Hawk Nation. I guess there's a watch party out there in the Benton Harbor area on campus, so hello to all the Red Hawk fans tuning in. All right, here's our starters for this evening's contest. We'll go with the visitors first, the guest team, which are the Red Hawks from Lake Michigan. You got a 6'4" sophomore guard out of North Augusta, South Carolina. Number 0, Jaden Johnson, a 6'6" sophomore forward from Tampa Bay, Florida. Number 1, Caleb Gatewood, 5'10" freshman guard. From Sanford, Florida, Malik Rains. Oh, I guess we're going to do a national anthem. I apologize. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, back here, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Flint, Michigan, downtown Flint, Great Lakes Tournament. This is the start of our District B semifinal. All right, back to the starters for the Red Hawks. Last was Malik Rains. Next up, 6'3" sophomore guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 5, Champ Hayden, and a 6'5" freshman from Fort Myers, Florida, playing forward, number 50, Andrew Leopold. The Red Hawks are coached by Ricky Hampton, assistants Jacob Saul and Jalen Campbell on the bench. The number 1 seed, the Lakers from Mid-Michigan, are starters tonight. A 6'5" freshman forward from Chicago, Illinois, number 2, Caleb Lindsay. A 5'11" sophomore guard from Mount Pleasant, number 3, Amante Green. 6 foot sophomore guard from Hammond, Indiana, number 8, Vince Overshawn. A 6'5" sophomore wing from Chicago, number 14, Jaden Clark. And a 6'3" freshman guard from Midland. It's like came way of SVSU, number 15, Christian Zelensky. And the coaches, or the head coach for the Lakers, Caleb House, Isaac Hunter for Joe Purvis, Jared Walton, Easton Yuckner, and Tanner Bliley, all suited and booted and ready to go. That just said, I love that. I'm an old school guy, Tom Cavanaugh.
I agree with you. I love when Izzo used to wear the suits for games. We see Buzz Williams doing it now for Maryland, but that's how you do it if you're going to be coaching college basketball.
Classy, absolutely.
Yeah. And when you look at these two rosters, sorry there, Chad, I mean, when you look at Lake Michigan, this is a team that is outside of the state of Michigan. They have 12 guys on their roster that are active. Only a third of those are from Michigan. We're looking at, as you mentioned, South Carolina, Florida, North Carolina, Illinois. It's crazy. On the other side for this Mid-Michigan team, they're a homegrown squad under 14th-year head coach Caleb House. So it's going to be cool to see these two different styles of teams clash here tonight for a championship spot.
Yeah, you touched on that offensive output for the Lakers, averaging 95 points on the season, but Red Hawks are no slouch. They're 93 points. So I think this thing's going to be a shootout. Should be a lot of fun. So honored to bring you this game here as part of the Great Lakes Tournament. Thanks, Tom Cavanaugh, the voice of the Monarchs, for joining us tonight. I'm pumped. I'm ready to rock.
Me too. I'd say the one Achilles heel for this Lake Michigan team, they give up 85 points per game. That's compared to Mid-Michigan only allowing 76. So if the Lakers do play their brand of basketball offensively, Lake Michigan is going to need to find some sort of a way to limit them from scoring 80 to 90 points.
All right, we're officially underway, and it is the Red Hawks who control the first possession, and traveling violation. So first turnover of the game. 3 seconds in, Lakers control. Zelensky on the inbound.
All eyes are on number 23 in white. That's Zach Parks, but he's coming off the bench. You look at the squad for Mid-Michigan, led by, as you mentioned, Amante Green, Vince Overshawn, and to have a guy transferring from Saginaw Valley State and Christian Zelensky averaging 11.5 a game, very impressive stuff. He's going to be in the starting lineup as well.
All right, Lakers fire a 3, and off front rim, rebound scooped up by Gatewood.
Yeah, no reason that Caleb Gatewood averages 8 rebounds a game. He nearly hit his head on the backboard.
Yeah, 6'6". All right, Red Hawks, first possession. Three-pointer on the way, catches iron. Offensive putback is no good. Another offensive board for the Red Hawks, crashing the boards already. Another possession there, and they stay with it. How about that? I think it's that Jaden Johnson. Very athletic team.
Chad, that was 5 chances on one single possession. Mid-Michigan's got to hit the glass, or those Red Hawks are going to have multiple every time down.
Jumper on the way, it's good. Amante Green, his first basket of the night out of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We're all knotted up at 2.
He was the North Conference Player of the Year last year, all region in 24-25. Heck of a player as Amante Green, the sophomore.
Champ Hayden has it, splits the defenders, off the window, high off the window, doesn't go. Rebound, picked up there by Green. Off and running, off midcourt. Trying to find a sliver of space, settles down. Zelensky has it, screen. Drops it to Jaden Clark. He fires a 3 from dead on, from straight away. 5-2. Lakers.
Clark, the sophomore from Illinois, averaging just a tick under 13 a game, shooting it at 37% from downtown. He drilled that.
Yeah, that was a pretty shot there. See if the Red Hawks can answer. I mean, we're only 2 minutes into this thing. It's already, I mean, this is high energy. Like you said, that earlier possession for the Red Hawks, just crashing the boards. Nice move baseline. Leopold goes off back rim. Lakers, Green comes away with it. Another three-pointer on the way. Jaden Clark, that catches rim. Leopold with the board. Red Hawks looking to move up court quickly. Not a whole lot of wasted shot clock for either one of these teams.
No, not at all.
Raines drops it. Nope, that shot's off the mark for Gatewood. Tracked down in the corner. Vince Overshawn with the rebound.
Ever since that first possession, Mid-Michigan's been a lot better defensively rebounding the basketball. They're only allowing one trip down right now for Lake Michigan.
Green trying to shake his defender. Raines splits the defender's contact. First foul of the game. It's going to be on the Red Hawks. That's big number 50, Andrew Leopold, 6'5". And he looks bigger than 6'5" from up here. All right, first substitution of the game. Number 34, Carlos Berry from Redford, Michigan. Checks in. And looked like Champ Hayden checks out for the Red Hawks. Overshawn kicks it. Zielinski on the wing. Dribble. Backs it back out. Works off the screen. Lindsey fires a three. No good. Another rebound for Raines. Johnson on the move. Pulls up for the three. And just short. Another rebound for the Lakers, number 8, Vince Overshawn.
Yeah, you mentioned Raines for Lake Michigan, already 3 rebounds. Overshawn's got a deuce. It's good ball movement right now by Mid-Michigan. This is a team in Lake Michigan that forced 20 steals in the quarterfinal round. They nearly had one there.
Yeah, they play so well on defense.
They lead the MCCAA across 23 teams at 13.2 steals per game. That is remarkable.
Yeah,
but, I mean, the Mid-Michigan team, they're second in that category at just a tick over 11.
Yeah, 11. Yep, you're right. A lot of good athletic play on the court. So we see the Skippers are here now, the Chargers from Edison State. So got a pretty big sizable crowd here. We had a bit of a 2-hour delay. Push this back game, so thanks for hanging in there, everybody from Red Hawk and Laker Nation tuning in. Pull-up jumper for Berry. That's off the mark. Another rebound for Overshawn. We got to get a total on that. He's been very active here early. Still 5-2. Make that 7-2.
Shaking it off, Amonte Green, and right now the Red Hawks 1 of 9 from the field.
Tommy getting shout-outs.
It's assistant coach Drew Maynard over there with SC4, known him quite a long time.
He looks like he could still play. We commented on the last time the Skippers came to town. I know he played at Oakland.
Yep, Oakland Rochester College, some overseas experience professionally as well. Heck of a guy to go along with his talent.
And goes out of bounds off the Lakers. 15:39 left here in the first half. And I think we have our first media timeout, so it's the Lakers on top, 7-2 over the Red Hawks. We will take a break. We'll be right back here in this District B matchup. All right, welcome back to this District B semifinal matchup, Lakers and Red Hawks. Tom Cavanaugh, what's your thoughts here the first 4+ minutes of this game?
I'm impressed with the efficiency of what Mid-Michigan's been able to do offensively. They're 3 of 6 from the field, 4 points from the leader, Amonte Green, and Jaden Clark with 3 as well. But right now for Lake Michigan, they're dominating the offensive glass. 3-0 in offensive rebounds. We saw that possession where they had 4 in a row, but they're 1 of 9 from the field. Got to calm those nerves early. This is an unfamiliar spot for them. They have not been here at Steve Schmidt Gymnasium for a semifinal game in quite some time.
Shot clock winds down. That's another turnover, so Lakers are going to get it again. They now lead by 5, a chance to extend that lead. So they're playing some good defense on a team that's averaging 93 points on the season.
I mean, when you're a plus 19-point differential on the year, you're one of the best teams in the country, and that's why they're ranked number 8.
See Zach Parks on the floor now for the Lakers. Their leading scorer averaging 19 points, and now it's 9-2 Lakers.
Clark now the leading scorer with 5, had 16 against Kalamazoo Valley CC in that semifinal loss to the MCCAA.
Nice steal there by Overshawn. Spins in the lane, drops it. That's number 6, Bryce White, but he lost the handle. Redhawks come away with it, looking to run. Jaden Johnson in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. That's catches front rim for Carlos Berry, but the Redhawks stay with it. Another offensive opportunity for them.
4th offensive rebound. Wow.
Only 2 points on the scoreboard, though. They got to convert on some of these offensive boards. Here come the Lakers. Jaden Clark has it out on the wing. Rain steps out on him. Kicks it over to Green. Green, baseline. Kicks it over all the way over to White. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Zach Parks. Off the window and good.
That's just some impressive ball movement by the Lakers. My goodness.
You've already got a 7-point lead now, and just wait till Parks gets heated up. He's going to put in, like you mentioned at the beginning, he's going to get going soon. All right, big possession here for the Redhawks, down 9 points, and just having a tough time converting.
That's why you got to step up defensively when the shot's not falling.
Vince Overshawn, his shot off the mark. Devon Shelton with the board. A little contact there. They play through it. Jaden Johnson back up to Rains. Rains split the defenders, try to catch Johnson on the cut, but there's a foul.
And Chad, one way to kind of remedy shooting woes early in a ball game is force the issue, get to the rim. We just saw Malik Rains get into the paint, force a foul call. It's the first team foul on the Lakers. But when it's not going from outside of the mid-range, get inside, try to get a foul, and score some points when the clock is stopped at the free throw line.
And very well stated, Tom Cavanaugh. Inbound coming up for the Redhawks. Caleb Gatewood up top to Jaden Johnson, trying to shake his defender. A couple zeros battling out there. Darren Weaver now on the floor for the Lakers. Fadeaway for Gatewood. It goes. Big-time basket there for the Redhawks. 7-point deficit now. They work on the press. Really doing a nice job of making it difficult, but the Lakers able to break it. Easy basket in transition for White.
That's the one thing against the press. When a team has good guard play and they're able to break it easily, you have breakout plays like that Bryce White with nobody around him.
Carlos Berry shot off the mark. Caleb Gatewood got there first. I think we got another foul call on the Lakers.
And they're going to get that to Green.
Monte Green, that is his first foul. And, yep, they just updated the score. We follow all our stats live on mccaa.org if you want to follow along from home. They do a great job. You've got stats and standings and anything you want on there. All right, nice play in the paint there by Gatewood.
Gatewood, a Division II transfer from Franklin Pierce. That's out in New Hampshire. And Gatewood getting inside, forcing the issue, as we mentioned.
Inside, Zach Parks got it to go. High off the window. Strong take there. 15-6 now. Lakers on top. 4 points for Parks. Gatewood, nice defense there. Inside by Green, but he follows his shot, puts it down, even a flex on the way through. 15-8 now.
Just a touch under 15 points per game for Caleb Gatewood. He's transitioned well from the Division II to junior college level.
All right, 3-point opportunity coming for Champ Hayden, but they back it out. Number 33. Now I don't show a 33 on my sheet. I'm going to see, is that 32? Do you see a 33?
I do.
I see 34 out there, Barry. So I'm going to assume that's maybe Javon Swansea.
Let's do some investigative journalism real quick.
Yep. Pump fake drive. Oh my goodness! Caleb Gatewood with the two-hander down the baseline.
The last 6 points for Lake Michigan, and he's brought the Redhawks right back into things down a handful.
I'm sure that the Red Hawk watch party just came to life. And another defensive play there. Champ Hayden, things are starting to pick up here. The Red Hawks are getting a little bit more comfortable. We got a 5-point deficit. We got a timeout on the floor. 15-10, 11-27 left here in the first half of this semifinal matchup. Trick B. All right, welcome back here at Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse. Looked like the Lakers were going to really kind of extend the lead, and Red Hawks will be able to claw back here over the last couple possessions. So no quit out of either team, but impressed to see this Red Hawks team come back. We want a good game. But it's been exciting so far.
Yeah, and Water's going to find its level for a Red Hawk team that started so poorly shooting the basketball at 1 of 12. They've now made 4 of 4 over the span of the last 2 minutes. And it looks like we're going to get some sort of technical free throws here.
Over Sean. I wonder if it has something to do with that jersey. First free throw is down. Vince Overshawn. We'll try to get an official word from the scorer's table. All right, Lakers have it. Lindsey in the lane, he's fouled. Caleb Gatewood, hard foul there. Lindsey, 6'5" freshman out of Chicago. He'll be heading the line, averaging 67% on the season.
Here's career high, came against my Monarchs back on December 6th. 18 points for Lindsey. And he's a guy that's really grown throughout the season, especially as a freshman, because this is a fairly young group. When I look at it, just 3 sophomores across this roster for Mid-Michigan. Not something they're used to. They're usually a veteran group with second-year guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year. That's what Coach was saying. And but they were able to kind of let it marinate and definitely getting the job done here. Nice take down the lane. Wow. Caleb Gatewood can get there in a hurry. He finishes. It's still a 5-point deficit, 17-12, coming up on 11 minutes to play.
I haven't had a chance to check out Lake Michigan this year, but Caleb Gatewood is raising my eyebrows right now. He's one heck of a player.
There's Parks, drives, double team, kicks it back all the way up top to over Sean. Excuse me. Down to 6 on the shot clock.
There's that defense from the Redhawks.
And they got it into White. Can he get it off in time? The basket goes. And no, he did not. Just by a microsecond, Tom Cavanaugh.
And I know that's just one possession, but that is a tide turner for this Lake Michigan team right now. Very impressive stuff against a Mid-Michigan team with elite guard play, and they're able to lock everybody up 1 through 5 across the board.
All right, Carlos Berry walks it up here in front of us, just across midcourt. Zach Parks picks him up. Three-pointer launched. Hayden, and it's through. 17-15, 10-20 left here in the first half.
Welcome to the three-point party, Redhawks. They were 0 for 5 from downtown to start. They finally knock one.
Overshown. Lob into, that was Lindsey, but back around through Parks now to Overshown. Parks has it. Drives. Up and under, and it goes, and you can count it. That basket's good. And the line for an and one. How about that?
My, oh, my. I mean, we are watching some elite talent, and that's the great thing about the Great Lakes District Tournament, Chad, is there are no slouch teams when we get to watch here Thursday through Sunday. This is some of the best ball in the country. And as we mentioned, Mid-Michigan ranked 8th amongst the entire United States, and you see why with plays like that from one heck of a player.
Yeah, it's just an honor. It's just so much fun to watch all of these teams coming through the MCCAA. Just some great basketball. Zach Parks missed the and one, the freshman out of Lake Orion. He really plays like a sophomore. I mean, it's really surprising that he's just a freshman.
Yeah, he plays well beyond his years, and head coach House is going to hopefully love him again next year, and then on to another school after that.
Champ Hayden with the three from way downtown, and it's all of a sudden a 1-point game. The Redhawks, they finally woke up. This should be a barn burner. Too high. Potent offenses here. Parks fires a three. That catches rim. Hayden with the board. Pushes it up midcourt. And there's a shot. That didn't go. Devon Shelton. Zielinski. Step back. Gives it to Clark. Clark on the wing for three. How about that? Zach Parks skies for the offensive board. Knocked away by the Redhawks. Goes out of bounds, and Lakers maintain possession.
And as well as Mid-Michigan shot the ball to start, they have kind of caught the three-point bug. 1 of 7 now from downtown. And Mid-Michigan's actually shooting the ball better from three-point range. After what we saw early on in the first 5 minutes, Redhawks couldn't buy a bucket. They're now trailing by 1 and actually more efficient from beyond the arc.
Yeah, we've seen that last game. Schoolcraft outlasted Lakeland. There was, at one point in time, they're shooting 70% from three-point land, only 53% from the floor. Opportunity there for Schwanze. That goes up and in. His first basket of the game, the Evanston, Illinois sophomore.
He transferred over from Gallivan Community College, a junior college out in California where he averaged 3.5 points. He has upped that average to 4.2 this season.
Redhawks with their first lead of the night, 20-19, 8:38 left. Amonte Green drops it to Zielinski. Zielinski, tried to feed it inside to Overshone. Rain steps in front of that. And there's contact, doesn't go, but Carlos Berry's going to be heading the line to shoot two.
I am loving the tempo that Lake Michigan is running with right now. I mean, we talked about the perennial success that this Mid-Michigan team has, especially being here at Mott Community College, playing in this very same spot, and also in the district championship game they've been to a time or two. But toeing the line with this Laker team of the Redhawks right now. They get it right off the turnover, does Malik Raines. 2 dribbles, and he's off with a pass to Carlos Berry in transition to get ahead of the defense and draw a foul.
Berry at the line shooting 2. Yeah, very well stated. They get down the court in a hurry. Made the first is Berry. He's averaging 74% on the season.
He's one of the better for this team. It's a team that shoots just 68% from the free throw line, 4% less than this Mid-Michigan team. And that, in a game like this, Chad, could be huge.
Absolutely. Freebies, they've won and lost many games over the years in this gym, no doubt. Big-time basketball here between the Lakers and the Redhawks. And you know what's exciting? We got another game after this. How about that? We got the Skippers and the Chargers coming up. Another powerhouse matchup.
You call it Great Lakes After Dark because that game's going to be starting late.
Yeah, absolutely. Green lost the handle. Here come the Redhawks. Quick outlet to Schwanze. Schwanze off the window, no. Rebound secured by Parks. He's in trouble, and the Redhawks knock it loose. Schwanze up and in. Nice feed there by Carlos Berry. 24-19. Where do these Redhawks come from?
Berry deserves a lot of credit there. And how about Malik Raines? Jump in the pass. That's high basketball IQ from him.
Overshone 4-3. The fadeaway catches iron. Rebound. That's Berry. Quick outlet to Raines. They're looking to move. Backs it out to midcourt. Sets up the offense. Coach Ricky Hampton in his ear. And the Redhawks slow it down. We get a bit of a tempo break. Got to catch our breath here, Tom.
Yeah. Absolutely. In a game like this.
Hayden fires a 3 from downtown. How about that? 27-19. 7:13 left. Redhawks are on fire.
They made their last 3 triples.
So much fun. Jaden Clark. He's working on Hayden. In the corner is Overshone. He stays with it. Heck of a play there. Nice pass to Green, but we got an offensive foul. Man, this gym is loud. And I think we got a timeout on the floor. Offensive foul for Green. That's his second, Tom.
Yeah, that's key. And I want to give a big shout out to Malik Raines, the freshman from Sanford, Florida, attended Lake Mary High School, same high school as Riley Green, current Detroit Tiger, but 4 steals and just took a charge. Right now, Malik Raines has just 0 points. 3 rebounds, 4 steals, and just lays his body on the line right there for an offensive foul. He's doing everything on the floor right now. Might not be scoring the basketball, but his team's leading by 8, and he's a big reason why.
Well, Tom, I mean, we've seen it all day. There's so many coaches in this building. There's so many coaches tuning in across the country to this game, and that's one of the things. You don't always look at how many points are scoring. You look at those intangibles, that grit, and that's why I just love this conference so much. You've got so many players like that. Just getting the job done when it counts.
Yeah, that's a really good point that you make right there, because at any level, players, when they're in the game, they get kind of hypnotized by, I got to average 15 to 20 points a game. I got to make the highlight play. But the college coaches that are for the next level, watching on here at Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, they're looking for more than that. They're looking for the hustle plays that Malik Raines is showing, picking off passes, anticipating, laying your body on the line in a big spot to get the ball back and keep this Mid-Michigan team on their heels. Tip my cap to number 2 in black and red right now, because he is impressing outside of just filling it up.
Yeah, captain-like material there for sure for the Red Hawks. All right, Carlos Berry works it up. Jaden Clark steps out on him. Handoff to Hayden. Quick pass inside. Too strong for Kuykendall. And there's a layup. That's lays it up and in is Vince Overshone. He's now got 3 points.
He might be the quickest guy on the floor all day long, Vince Overshone.
Another steal there, Overshone. Long bounce pass to him. He just couldn't hang in there. A little bit too strong. Caleb Lindsay tried the little finesse pass, and he was trying to catch up to it, but the lead is now 6.
Yeah, it took an in-between bounce there for Overshone as he tried to run out in front of it. Pass just led him a little bit too far down the baseline, out of bounds.
Yeah, we got to talk about Javon Kuykendall, the 6'5", freshman forward out of Benton Harbor. So a local player there, which is, a lot of these players, like you said, have been all over the country. But he's home there in Benton Harbor. How about that?
Yeah, I'm guessing when these guys are on their off days, he's showing them all around town.
Yep.
The nice spots to eat, maybe an ice cream spot as well.
My mom will cook us dinner.
Yep.
All right, 6:08 left here in the first half of this first game of our District B semifinal. After this one, like I said, we got the Skips and the Chargers coming up. So don't go away. And actually, after this game, when it's over, Tom, you're going to be able to interview the head coach, the winning team, and also the player of the game.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to talk to either head coach, whoever it may be. If it's Caleb House and the sustained success that he's been able to achieve, or Ricky Hampton in his 6th season with the Red Hawks and turning this program around, a complete 180 from last year.
Yeah, no doubt. As mentioned, 7-17 last year. Really impressed by this Red Hawks team so far. Rebound picked up there by Zielinski. Quick outlet. Overshone fires a 3, and that's long. Amante Green had position. Caleb Gatewood knocked it out of bounds. So still Lakers basketball. They got 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time left in this first half, but if I'm the Lakers, you got to start getting something going.
Yeah.
Like they've kind of hit that plateau over here last couple minutes.
Especially Overshone. He's got 5 points to lead the scores for the Lakers, but he's 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from three-point range.
Jaden Clark kicks it. Amante Green back up top to Zielinski. No good. 2 Red Hawks there under the basket. Gatewood comes away with it. In the lane, Euro step, no good, out of bounds, no. Lakers able to track it down. Amante Green, Overshone. All right, here we go. 3-pointer on the way for Lindsay, catches back iron. Overshone kept it alive. Lakers still have it. 3-pointer on the way, in and out. Amante Green, the Lakers just can't buy a basket right now. They're getting good looks.
Chad, 1 of 12 from three-point range. They are not changing their approach whatsoever. They continue to heave it from deep.
Green out front, drops it 4. Number 14, Jaden Clark. We got a foul call. Slow to get up is the Red Hawks. Who's that at the bottom of the pile? Number 20. Devon Shelton gets called for the foul, so that's going to put Jaden Clark at the line shooting 2.
And one thing to note about both these teams is there's not a ton of size out here. You're not seeing guys at 6'8", 6'9". The tallest for Mid-Michigan is Zach Parks at 6'6". On the other side, it's Andrew Leopold at 6'5" for the Redhawks. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we spoke about how Lake Michigan kind of changed their tune offensively, stopped taking as many long shots, got to the paint, and then were able to find more success. Yes, they did hit some threes in that span, but Mid-Michigan needs to kind of do that same thing. They were in transition, had a good chance here to get to the line, but you want to try to utilize the size of Zach Parks. Even though there's not a ton out here, he's still a very dynamic player. Get him involved in the paint.
All right, missed opportunity there for the Lakers. Free throw rolls off the rim. Redhawks bring it up. 4:48 left, up by 6. They've kind of plateaued in a sense for the last couple minutes as well. This thing slowed down. Got major contact over there on the far side in front of the Laker bench. Caleb Lindsay picks up the foul. That's his first. 5 fouls on each team right now with 4:43 left here in the first half. Zach Parks, leading scorer for the Lakers. Pretty quiet so far tonight. Just got 6 points.
It's hard to put up another 30-point performance in back-to-back games.
Kind of setting that precedent, you know. Gatewood spins. Jumper rolls off. Zach Parks with the board.
It's a rare miss for Gatewood. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Wright drops it. Jaden Clark back to White. Parks kicks it out in the corner. That's Amante Green, and it's down. Big three-pointer in the corner for the Lakers. And now it's a 3-point game with 4:11 left.
The Lakers needed that triple more than air.
Three-pointer off the rim. Leopold. Parks with the rebound. They can tie it here with a 3. And we'll see. Three-pointer on the way. Jaden Clark. No good. It goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Redhawks basketball. 3:55 left. I'm thinking we got a media timeout. All right, exciting, 16-plus minutes here in the first half. Things kind of slowed down. Seemed like they're starting to pick back up. But we got a 3-point ball game. This thing's just been kind of a heavyweight bout.
Absolutely. It's been back and forth. And heavyweight's an understatement because we're talking about 2 of the top 3 teams in the entire MCCAA in terms of point production. And to dial in on this Mid-Michigan team, you might be at home wondering, why do the Lakers continue to keep shooting 3-pointers? Yes, they just made one, but they're 2 of 14 from downtown. This team is ranked 3rd in the conference in 3-point percentage at 35%. So that has been their bread and butter. It's a live by the sword, die by the sword type of thing for the Lakers squad in shooting those 3-pointers. But, we have seen 2 different types of games here because Lake Michigan is loving to get it inside. They're running in transition, using their mass to be able to get kisses off the glass on the block. On the Mid-Michigan side, they're trying to scrap and claw through this game by knocking down triples. If they get hot, Chad, at any point in this game, you could see Mid-Michigan up by a dozen real quick.
Yeah, they're averaging 14 made 3-pointers per contest. That's definitely a big, foundation for that 96-point average per game. So, I would not want to. Both these teams are a tough out. You're here to play. You're here trying to make it to Saturday so you can punch that ticket to Danville, and both teams are going to get everything they have. All right, 27-24, final 3:50 left here in the first half. Shelton trying to shake Parks. A little bit, he gets in the lane, a floater off the front rim. Parks with another rebound for the Lakers. They can tie it up here. I think I said that last possession. Parks, pump fake, spins in the lane, the floater off the front rim, follows his shot. Double teams. Stays with it, cross-court pass to Green. In the corner is White for 3, and it's down. We're all tied up at 27.
Shoot or shoot, it's the old adage. You might be 0 for 10, but you continue to have the utmost confidence when pulling from beyond the arc, and you're going to knock them down. Great shot right there.
Absolutely. Gatewood in the lane, got the shot off. Nice defense there by the Lakers. Amante Green goes out of bounds off him, so it's still going to be Redhawks basketball, fresh 20 on the shot clock, coming up on 3 minutes to play.
44% from the field for this Mid-Michigan squad. 11 of 25. As poorly as they have shot from downtown, they have hung in this ball game.
Leopold has it, high post, kind of back out towards the wing, trying to shake Clark. And nice defense there by White. Got a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. Still Lakers basketball, 2:55 left. Host of Redhawks coming in here, wow. think we had 4 full line change almost.
I was going to say that. Full line change.
Yeah, we need to jump over the table if you got that many. All right, number 32, Javon Swansea on the inbound. Long outlet pass to number 23, Javon Kuykendall. He has it, splits the defenders, lays it off the window. No. Kind of the Red Hawks story here over the last minute. They cold now. And, see if they can heat up here for the last couple minutes.
I could say that about just the entire game on both sides. It was Mid-Michigan with a huge lead to start, and then up by 8 at one point were the Red Hawks midway through this half.
Oh, Swansea got called for the reach and foul, pleading his case to the referee. So that's a 16 foul now for the Red Hawks. No fouls to give, still 5 fouls for the Lakers. Amante Green into Parks. Lost the handle. Red Hawks have it. Caleb Gatewood. Off the window. No, what a block there by number 2, Caleb Lindsey. Lakers coming back the other way. Parks. DeWhite, he fires a 3. Doesn't go. Nice rebound in traffic was Swansea. And 3-pointer on the way for Raines. And another rebound for Parks. We got to get a refresh on these stats. He's got a ton of rebounds so far here in the first half. And that's he's a great player offensively, but doing those other things that we talked about, keeping his team in the game, are all tied up at 27. 3-pointer on the way. That's Lindsey off the back rim.
By the way, your eyes are not playing tricks on you, Chad, because Javon Swansea was wearing number 33 to open the game.
Yep.
At the media timeout, he switched to number 32.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think that's where maybe that technical call came in.
Yeah.
I would, there was, because I was like, what's going on here? All right, Gatewood creates some traffic inside, put a shoulder into Lindsey, and now the Red Hawks are back on top by 2, 1:25 left.
Gatewood's making a push for player of the game with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 6 of 12 from the field, and he's done it all inside of the perimeter, going to the rim.
Green off the back shoe there, stayed with it, those bright orange shoes. Fake the 3-pointer, lays it, reverse, no. Kicked it out to Parks for 3 from the corner. Just doesn't go. Malik Raines skies for that board. Caleb Gatewood gets it and lays it up and in. 58 seconds to go. 4-point lead now for the Red Hawks.
Well done from Carlos Berry. He had the defender on him in transition, gave it right back to Gatewood, who finished clean right down Main Street.
Yeah, he's got 14 points here in the first half, and we got a timeout on the floor. Lakers take it. They trail now by 4 points with 47.2 left. We can stay here. We got only 47 seconds left in the first half, but man, this has really been back and forth action. It's been so much fun. I think both teams actually kind of underperforming if you look at their averages, but they're both playing good defense, really pressured defense, and no easy shots on either side. So pretty much everything we thought it was going to be.
And that happens a lot of times when 2 elite teams are going at each other. You'll see games that are well below their season averages because, obviously, when you're at the top of your conference in a team like Mid-Michigan, you're winning 13 of 14 conference games. And you're blowing teams out some of the time, especially the bottom half of that conference. So when you get 2 elite squads together that play very good defense, it can be a little bit of a low-scoring game and underachieving on the offensive end. But one thing I'm really impressed with about these Lake Michigan Red Hawks is 11 turnovers compared to just 6 of their own. They are turning over a Mid-Michigan team that does not cough it up very often, and also 5 of those are steals. We mentioned they had 20 earlier this week against Grand Rapids CC in the quarterfinal.
All right, Lakers trailing by 4, have it, 38 seconds, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kind of taking their time here. Down to 5. We have to try to find an opportunity here. Green, step back 3, lets it fly, in and out. Oh, what a follow there by Zach Parks. Now with 8 points, 2-point lead.
That's magnificent anticipation there from Zach Parks, flying in at the right time, timing the rebound perfectly.
All right, final 13 left here in the first half. The Red Hawks have it. Malik Raines all the way out to midcourt. It's down to 7. Feeds it to Gatewood. Gatewood trying to shake White. Pulls up for the jumper. No. 1 second left. Parks got it away, and it doesn't go. So, all right, what a first half that was. A 2-point margin lead for the Red Hawks, taking it to the locker room. They lead 31-29. Tom Cavanaugh will take a quick break. Any final thoughts here in this first half before we go to halftime?
I cannot wait for half number 2 because we saw the best and the worst of both teams in that first 20. and it's going to be all left out on the floor here because, Chad, there's only 2 spots left for Championship Saturday across the Great Lakes District Tournament. One right now and then one later between SC4 and Edison State. This is going to be a barn burner of a finish after this.
Very well stated, Tom Cavanaugh. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back here in about 12 minutes. Welcome back, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse, our District B semifinal. What a game so far. Tom Cavanaugh, Chad Tom's on the call. The Redhawks coming in with a 31-29 lead over, I would say the favorite, I guess, the Lakers. So, just back and forth game. Really impressed with the Redhawks' energy. Within that, the Lakers kind of flipped the switch as well.
Yeah, they did. I can't remember what the score was early on in the contest, but it was Mid-Michigan by more than a handful. And then the Redhawks went on a 23-8 run. And they swiftly took the lead back. I think it was 28-20 at one point, and then Mid-Michigan caught fire down the stretch, hit a couple of threes, got to the rim, and I'm really impressed with a guy in Zach Parks. Remember, we talked about him having 30 and 15.
Yeah, we said he was having a quiet game.
Right, but 8 points, 10 rebounds. He's already one more bucket, and he's got himself a double-double, something he seems to do on a nightly basis. I'm really impressed with how Mid-Michigan fought back, but same thing with that Lake Michigan squad for how they battled early on, because you see in games, you get down real early, not hitting any shots, and you start to drop those shoulders. Oh, here we go again. Oh, whatever you want the internal self-talk. That did not happen. Coach Ricky Hampton kept his guys up, and I think this second half is going to be neck and neck. It's going to be 50-50. It just comes down to who's going to make their free throws and who's going to hit that game-winning last shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Mid-Michigan led by as many as 9, 14-24 left in the first, and then Lake Michigan, they claw back. They led by 8 at one point. So, we got a 2-point game right now, and you nailed it. Yeah, it's really going to come down to those intangibles, but you got to make your shots. You got to get your free throws. You got to box out. You got to do all those non-negotiables. Should be a lot of fun. So winner of this game will advance to the final on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock, and they'll be chilling, probably watching the nightcap between the Skippers and the Chargers coming up next. That one's going to probably have about a 9:45-ish tip, maybe.
I would say, maybe even 10 o'clock. I feel like we're out west right now.
Yeah, those out west. It's that opening day, March Madness, or the Western bracket.
Yeah, out in Spokane.
Yeah, exactly.
Or UCLA playing at 11 p.m. at Pauley Pavilion. That's something. But, we obviously mentioned Parks being the leader for that Mid-Michigan team. But, how about Caleb Gatewood? This kid has jumped onto the scene tonight with 14 points, 7 of 14 shooting, and 4 rebounds. A lot of these college coaches watching here tonight, they've taken notice of number one.
Yeah, he's 50% from the floor, 7 of 14. I think every single one of his points have come inside the paint. And you're just gutting it out. So, all right, with 43 seconds out, should be a lot of fun. As mentioned, Tom Cavanaugh is going to interview the player of the game and the head coach of the winning team here just after the final buzzer. So, all right, 20 minutes left on the clock. One of these teams are going to move on to Saturday. One of these teams are going to be going home. And, there's still opportunity to get an at-large bid, but that's very, very tough to do when you're unranked. I take that back. I think I know.
For Lake Michigan's perspective,
Lake Michigan's 8th, but that's still tough to do.
Right.
And that's no guarantee. You control your destiny.
I think if Mid-Michigan were to falter at any point, whether it be in the semifinal or the championship round on Saturday, they would still be able to find their way in just because they're a top 10 team. But it's a non-negotiable for Lake Michigan to come out here and play their best basketball at the most ideal time, winning tonight, and then beating either St. Clair County or Edison State on Saturday, because that's really the only way they're going to get in at an 18-9 record, unranked, and finishing 4th in their conference.
Yeah, we talked about their 7-17 record last year and 1-13 in conference. What a turnaround for Coach Hampton. All right, second half is officially underway. And the Lakers have it, lost it out of bounds, knocked loose there by the Redhawks.
I think at the break in the locker room, head coach Caleb House of Mid-Michigan talked about valuing the basketball. We mentioned 11 turnovers, but that equates to 8 more shots for Lake Michigan. They've shot 39 total. Lakers only with 31 so far.
Zielinski, wow, what a reverse there. High English off the backboard, and we're all tied up at 31.
That's a highlight reel play right there, contorting the body and getting a little kiss.
All right, Redhawks. Leopold had his pocket pick. Zielinski had it. Leopold's going to get called for the reach. His first foul here in the second half for the Redhawks. And it's going to be his third, I believe. It is.
Ooh.
Big foul there. We already see a substitution. Kuykendall checks in for the Redhawks. Leopold goes to the bench with 28 seconds gone by here in the second half.
That's key. He's one of their big men, him and Gatewood down low controlling the paint.
Amonte Green, three-pointer off the back of the rim, rebound, Gatewood.
He jumps out of the gym, man. I mentioned it in the open, but
three-pointer doesn't go. Jaden Johnson got a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds off the Red Hawks, I believe. Yep, and they're coming out with a press, try to slow this Laker offense down a bit.
We've seen Mid-Michigan break it and get easy buckets out of it, but this is such a good defensive Lake Michigan team.
All right, there's Zielinski, kicks it out to Clark. Three-pointer, that's short. Offensive board kept alive there by Zielinski. Rewarded with the shot. Another offensive board there by Clark. And they're just firing threes at will till it goes down, and it does. Caleb Lindsay makes the Chicago, Illinois product.
Those are the dagger points right there if you're Lake Michigan, because you allowed 2 offensive rebounds and they missed 2 shots before that.
Block out of bounds there by Lindsay, but I think the Red Hawks are going to be heading to the line. That's number 2, Malik Raines, a 5'10" freshman playing. I mean, like, he's playing like a big. He's been in there all game. Down low, no fear.
And still 0 points, but we mentioned how he's been able to do everything else. 5 rebounds, 4 steals. He's only got 2 turnovers so far tonight. He's been off the scoring chart up until right now, but, he's played elite basketball.
First point of the night for Mr. Raines. We've really been impressed with him. 18-38. Missed the second. Lakers have it with the 2-point lead, 34-32. Zielinski trying to shake 2 defenders, kicks it over to Lindsay, all the way back out to Green. Overshow puts it on the floor, back out to Lindsay for 3. Malik Raines with another rebound. Padding the stats there, Tom Cavanaugh.
And Raines is only 5'10". He's got 6 boards.
Hayden, his shot too high off the glass. Amonte Green off and running, lays it up and in, no! And there's a block.
Oh my.
Lakers still have it. Green, three-pointer, it's down.
Hey, Bodo lied. Bodo lied, Chad Toms.
Yeah.
That was 100% a goaltending. They did not call it. 3's better than 2.
Yeah, how about that? Lakers have it. There's a foul call, and I think we got an offensive foul. We do. This gym is about to explode. I don't think there's probably nobody tuning in and back at up in Laker country. I think they're all here in the gym.
Yeah, they have quite a presence.
Their women's team does as well. Mm-hmm. We'll see them tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 elite programs. Mid-Michigan's so good at when it comes to basketball and across all sports as well.
All right, out of bounds off the Red Hawks. Number 34, Carlos Berry. Berry with averaging 12 points on the season. Zach Park coming in off the bench.
One thing Mid-Michigan does so well is they share the scoring. They got 4 guys with 5 or more points. On the other side for Lake Michigan, it's just really Caleb Gatewood with 14 and Champ Hayden with 9.
Lindsay kicks it. Parks, three-pointer on the way. Oh, man, this gym would have exploded. Red Hawks come away with it. Caleb Gatewood with another board. Puts it on the floor, drives the lane, lost the handle. Lakers have it. That's Amonte Green up to Zach Parks. And he's blocked from behind. And there's a foul call. Parks going to be heading to the line.
That play all starts with Vince Overshown because Caleb Gatewood has had such success getting to the rim and finishing through contact. Overshown read the tendency of Gatewood, who went up high with the basketball. Overshown picked it away, and Green was off and running to Parks.
At the line is Parks. 2 coming up here. They lead now by 5 with 17-21 left here in the ball game.
Just 3 of 6 from the free throw line for this Mid-Michigan team. Have not gotten there a whole lot today, but neither have the Red Hawks. They're just 2 of 3 from the stripe.
All right, knocked them both down. The lead's now 7. Red Hawks need to find a way to get some offense going. They've been fairly quiet here in the second half.
Saw that to open the game.
Berry to Johnson, back up. That's Raines for 3, off rim, no. Green with the board. Green, high off the window, it goes. 41-32.
You can say it at the Division I level of March Madness. You can say it here as well. Guard play is going to win you a lot of games in the playoffs, and we're seeing it at an elite level right now with Mid-Michigan, especially Amante Green.
Red Hawks played really well in the first half. They need to get it going in the second. And great job there by Kuykendall. Lays it up and in the paint. Stops the bleeding for States. 41-34, 16 and a half left. Three-pointer on the way for Zielinski. Nice box out there. Raines with another board. Quick outlet to Gatewood. Gatewood feeds number 34, Carlos Berry. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. This Red Hawks team, there's no quit out there in Benton Harbor country.
That's a great needle thread right there from Gatewood. Heck of a pass.
Zielinski kicks it. Green, step three-pointer, and they're going to call a
off-ball foul.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be a travel call for a little hop step there.
I think they called that on Berry of Lake Michigan. Yeah.
So 14 foul for the Red Hawks already here in the half. 16:05 left. Berry picked up his first. So that could definitely play a factor down the stretch. Kuykendall checks out. Devin Shelton checks back in.
You have to remember the 6'5" Andrew Leopold on the bench right now with 3 fouls. He's been there for a large majority of the first 4 minutes of this half.
Gatewood checked out, actually. Kuykendall stayed. Three-pointer in the corner for Overshone. Raines with another rebound. Feeds Berry. Shot is blocked, but we got a foul call. Berry's like, I was shooting, man. Send me to the line. Oh, he's holding up too, so I think he did plead his case and it might have stuck. It looks like a media timeout with 15:55 left. Whew, I need a break, Tom.
Absolutely.
I'm out of breath. All right, it is the Lakers on top, 41-36 over the Red Hawks. We're going to come back to some free throws here for the Red Hawks. We'll be back here shortly. All right, coming out of the break, it looks like it is indeed going to be an inbound. One of the referees signaled 2, so he's heading over to the scorer's table. He was signaling 2 shots, but
I think they just called it on Caleb Lindsay. Number 2. Yeah,
all right, my fault. I thought he was signaling 2. All right, so Red Hawks have it. Three-pointer on the way is Johnson. Caught iron. And, Red Hawks couldn't scoop it up. That's Parks. Out to White. Lakers kind of slow it down here a little bit. Overshone fires a 3. No good. Kuykendall with the board.
Overshone
Raines.
now 0 of 6 from 3.
Johnson. High off the window, no. Parks with the board. I think is that number 9?
That's 12 boards for Parks.
12.
He's got a double-double with 10 points.
How about that? Nice take there by Bryce White. Lays it gently up and in. And now the lead is back to 7, coming up on 15 minutes here.
That's why this Laker team is so dangerous. They get out in transition extremely well, and with all of the guards on the floor, they're able to do so with ease.
And there's a strong take by Kuykendall. He's fouled. He's going to be heading the line to shoot 2. Clark gets called for his second.
Remember, Chad, coming out of the halftime, we mentioned that Lake Michigan had taken 8 more field goal attempts than Mid-Michigan did. And a big reason was because the Lakers had turned the ball over 11 times in the first 20 minutes.
53% on the season for Kuykendall, made the first.
That's
a great point there, Tom.
I was going to say, in the second half, 7 more field goal attempts by Mid-Michigan. So they're returning the favor. They're not turning the ball over. They're getting offensive rebounds, and they're taking quality shots. The game is turned on its head, and a big reason why they're up by 6.
Just a back-and-forth game here. Made them both 2 big freebies there. You talked about the importance of those free throws down the stretch, and we got a foul along the baseline. Carlos Berry picks up his second, and that is the 15th foul now. I think that's true. 5 team fouls now for the Red Hawks. Parks has it, picked off there by Shelton, and came away with it is Berry. Wow, great effort there by the Hawks.
Can't buy a bucket right now for Lake Michigan to open up the game and to open up the second half, but water's going to find its level.
Kuykendall, the floater, no, but we got a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Red Hawks.
The Lakers and head coach House can't believe it. They wanted an over-the-bat call against Kuykendall right there, didn't get it.
Red Hawks are going to have it on the inbound. This gym got loud real quick. Kuykendall all the way back over to Berry. He sets it up. 16 on the shot clock for the Red Hawks. Trying to take Clark off the dribble. Kicks it over in the corner. Raines for 3, and it's down. Malik Raines. Big-time basket there right in front of the Skippers who are waiting to come out for the nightcap.
It's Raines' first field goal, by the way, from deep.
White. Shelton checks him. Little contact there. White trying to back his way down into the paint, and we got a foul call. Fouls are starting to stack up here, Tom. Yeah, Shelton gets called for the foul.
Yeah, I think we were at 5 team fouls apiece, so 10 total fouls with about 5-6 minutes left to go in the first half, and we have 14:06 to play, and we're already at that same 10 foul mark. One more foul by these Lake Michigan Red Hawks, and it's going to be free throws the rest of the night for Mid-Michigan.
And with 14 minutes left to go, that was the second on Shelton. White lost the handle, stays with it. Raines almost got to it. Overshown. Overshown crosses in the corner. Weaver, three-pointer, no, off the rim. Number 32, Schwanze with the board. Gatewood drops it. Trying to hit Swansea on the backdoor cut. Goes out of bounds. Amante Green checks back in for the Lakers.
Right idea
there for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was the right idea. Swansea just kind of one step behind the pass, and that's not really Javon's fault at all. The pass was just out in front of him by 1.
Red Hawks come back with that pressure, trying to really force a turnover here. Lakers have been able to break it so far. They do get it across midcourt, shaved about 10 seconds off the shot clock.
They've made some massive adjustments since halftime, Chad.
And that's Green hammered down the stretch, so that's going to be the 16th foul, or maybe 7th. Yeah, 7th one-on-one opportunity coming up for the Lakers.
That is going to pay dividends for this Mid-Michigan team with 13:24 remaining, being able to shoot free throws the rest of the way. And looking at what they've been able to do with the line this year, 72%, that's good for 6th best across 23 teams in the conference.
Amante Green at the line, shooting 68% on the season. Made the first end of the 1-and-1. Pushes that lead to 3. A little bit of breathing room there for the Lakers, but not much.
Not at all. This Laker team looking for redemption. They lost in the District C championship to Macomb a year ago. They want to get back to the national tournament.
Gatewood with the board. And the Lakers come out with their press. Swansea runs it across midcourt. Hayden has it, drops it. Nope, he keeps it. Goes baseline, cross-court passes Swansea. Number 34, Carlos Berry with the jumper, and it's a one-point game. This thing's far from over, 12:56 left. Lakers now holding a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Berry pulled that on a string, elevates and celebrates. He's got 6 points now.
Everybody up in Mount Pleasant sitting on the edge of their seat. I'm sure they're doing the same out in Benton Harbor. Three-pointer on the way. Parks. And goes out of bounds off the Lakers. It's going to be Red Hawks basketball. Laker Nation in front of us does not like that call. This play, I mean, I give so much credit. We say it every year to the Lakers. They just travel well. Just a great program.
Yeah, they do. It's every single year. It's my third year being able to call this event, and the right side of this gym is always packed to the gills when it comes to the Mid-Michigan Lakers.
Yeah, I love it. Barry, double team there, splits the defenders. Nice job there, Hayden. That shot is short. Leopold with it. Oh, it doesn't go, but he's fouled.
A wedgie.
And so he's going to head the line to shoot 2. So 15 foul now for the Lakers.
Good to see Andrew Leopold back in the game. He's playing with 3 fouls, so he's playing with fire right now. And with 12 and a half minutes to go, if he picks up a 4th, he could be out for an elongated period of this second half down the stretch. But good for him to impose his will and get inside, because, Chad, we saw the same thing early in the game. Redhawks couldn't make a basket from mid to deep range. They went inside, imposed their will down low, and then found success. We're seeing the same thing here and a chance for the Redhawks to get the lead right back.
All right, 72% free throw shooter is Leopold. Made them both, and all of a sudden it's the Redhawks back by 1. Back up top, checking in for the Lakers is number 11, Easton Day, freshman guard from Mount Pleasant. So local homegrown talent there for the Lakers. Nice pressure there by the Redhawks. Parks able to get it, and they're coming up on 4 seconds. 3, 2, just got it across midcourt. Parks full head of steam down the lane, no good. Leopold has it. Barry, triple team there. Got to be somebody open for the Redhawks.
Also, Parks still stuck on 10 points, hasn't scored since the opening minute of the second half.
All right, 17 on the shot clock. Slow it down, hit pause for just a moment, but man, the Redhawks really had they had 4 defenders all on Raines there. And Barry stays with it. Gatewood in the lane, and no good. But the follow doesn't go. Parks with the board, and he's hit hard. He hits the deck. That's going to be on Gatewood. I think is that going to be his 4th time? Showing 3 on the scoreboard. That is 4th foul. 11:41 left for the leading scorer.
That's backbreaking for the Redhawks.
All right, well, we got a media timeout. 11:41 left here in the second half of this semifinal for District B. We're going to take a break. Redhawks lead by 1, 45-44. We'll be right back. All right, back underway here. 11:41 left here in the ball game. Lakers trail by 1, but they've got Zach Parks at the line, shooting 2. Zach Parks, what did we say? 74% shooter from the stripe, I believe.
76.
76. 2 big freebies coming up right here. Actually, 1 and 1. I'm sorry. Made the first, so we're all knotted up at 45. Man, this has been fun. I mean, we had a little bit of lopsided games earlier. There's our 5th game? 5th game on the schedule. They're kind of blending in, and it's good to see a close one. Now the Lakers lead by 1, 46-45.
With the current time, it is Eastern time at 9:10 p.m. You'd feel like it's the last game of the night.
And we got one more on deck. And a lot of contact there for Rain. So another foul called. That's going to be, I think, on Zielinski. So that is now foul number 6. So no fouls left to give for the Lakers. 11:33 left. I think there's going to be a lot of this game going to be at the free throw line down the stretch. All right. Red Hawks have it inside to Leopold, high off the glass, no good. Parks with another rebound.
14. That's now
Holy
29 rebounds in his last 2 contests. My goodness.
Yeah, and he put up 30 points in that quarterfinal. Or no, in their championship game, right?
Yeah, they didn't have to play. They're the number 1 seed, so they didn't have to play a quarterfinal game to get here. Lake Michigan has already played a game this week to get to this point. Lakers not. They haven't played since a week ago.
Yeah, that was the MCCAA semifinal matchup. All right, here we go. Off and running are the Red Hawks. Kicked it over to Hayden and goes all the way back, but it might have been touched. So we'll see what they say. Yep, it was. Yep, they say it was touched, and over here he's saying no, so I'm sure they're going to talk about it. So officially right now it's Red Hawks basketball.
I'm loving the animation of head coach Caleb House. That is a guy that loves his team and wants to win this game so badly. You can see he is pointing just right at Malik Raines.
Is that he's got a red,
It's a challenge flag.
Yeah, the challenge flag. Do we have those in NJCAA? Oh, and there's a foul call. They called it on, I think it's going to be a number 11 Easton Day, I believe it is. So that is the 7th foul now. So the Red Hawks are indeed in the bonus. Carlos Berry at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
I see a lot of times, and this is at any level of college basketball, one team to start off the half has 6 fouls and the other one has 1. In the matter of minutes, that number is more than likely going to level out. I mean, you can watch any game at any level. That's usually how it's going to go. And when you look back, it was at the 14-minute mark that Mid-Michigan was in the bonus. And now, just 4 minutes later, 3.5 minutes later, I should say, it's the Red Hawks who are doing the same.
Berry made them both, 74% free throw shooter. Puts his Red Hawks back on top, 47-46. Vince Overshone, checks back in for the Lakers. He has it and makes it across midcourt and lost his footing. He got kind of tangled up there with Carlos Berry. Berry was trying to stay away, but too much contact on the block. So that's going to be the 9th foul here for the Red Hawks. It's going to put Overshone back at the line shooting 1 and 1.
And the next one is going to be a double bonus. And Overshone has not shot the ball well tonight. He's 1 of 8 from the field. 7 of those 8 shots have been threes. And he's 0 for 7 from there. But one way to be able to remedy a bad shooting day, hit your free throws.
Absolutely. 47-47. Overshone knocked them both down, so it's a 1-point lead now for the Lakers. Malik Raines has it. Overshone checks on him. Raines feeds it to Berry inside, Kuykendall, and it goes, and he's fouled. Basket is good. He's heading the line to shoot and 1. Another free throw, Tom Cavanaugh coming up.
Unbelievable focus from number 23, Javon Kuykendall there. I was going to mention, right as soon as he caught that pass down low, he didn't need to take that dribble. Turn around, face the rim, and go up with it. He took a dribble. It allowed Zach Parks to get back, and it actually ended up working out in the Lake Michigan favor because it was a foul for an and 1.
And 1 opportunity doesn't go. The putback is Carlos Berry, and I think there was a lane violation there.
Yeah, that was on Parks. By the way, I want to give a huge tip of the cap as well to Zach Parks, not only for what he's done tonight with 12 points and 14 rebounds, but, Chad, that was his first foul. To be that active on the glass and that impactful in a game that's very physical, you only have 1 foul with 10 minutes to go. Impressive.
And 1 opportunity doesn't go. Jaden Clark had it, but it was knocked away by the Red Hawks, and now the Lakers are going to head to the free throw line. We might be here all night. And with, me having a 2-hour delay, wouldn't be surprised this thing went to overtime.
Why not?
You guys would be calling that game after the strike of midnight.
I mean, we got some room back here.
Yeah,
Draw up a cot,
for sure.
You got your coffee for tomorrow morning.
No
Easy
doubt.
peasy.
Yep.
We can do it.
Freebies coming up for Clark. Made the first. Jaden Clark, 6'5", sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, at the line. Ties it up for his team, looking to put his Lakers up by 1.
He's one of the few second-year players on this Mid-Michigan team. He was an all-conference honorable mention last year, and him and Amonte Green really led the way for a team that could have, made the national tournament last year as well.
Shelton has it, kicks it out. Carlos Berry trying to shake Overshone, step back. Splits the defenders, and we got another foul. That's going to be on Overshone. Carlos Berry heading the line, averaging 74%. All tied up here at 49, 10:04 left.
Chad, what we say at the break, it's going to come down to teams, obviously making that game-winning shot, but hitting your free throws.
Yeah,
and that's what it's been for the last, 45 seconds to a minute. We haven't had a lot of time gone by in the last 5 real minutes because of all the fouls and the free throws.
And made the first. Got it to go.
I also want to check something I said earlier. I said that Mid-Michigan getting back to the national tournament. They actually have never been. I was talking about the Great Lakes District Tournament that they were in last year. They've never been to the big dance in Danville, Illinois, and they want to get there. This is a really good shot for them to do it if they're able to execute down the stretch.
And so much credit to this young Red Hawks team. Haven't been on this stage as well. So
right.
they're really played to the moment. And so impressive. 2 very good teams here in the NCAA, and we got another foul. And that's going to be on Shelton. Try to update my refresh the old stat sheet here.
And it really goes to show, as draw attention to Lake Michigan being as talented as they are. For guys like us, we're covering the MCCAA East. Sometimes we'll see Mid-Michigan when they come over and play from time to time, but we rarely get to see the teams out of the West. We're talking about the Montcalms of the world, the Glen Oakses of the world, the Kalamazoo Valleys, the Deltas, the Kirtlands. This is such a deep, talented conference all across the board from west to north to east. And the OCCAC with Cuyahoga, Edison State and Company. Some of the best basketball at the junior college level across the country is being played here tonight.
Yeah, if you look at the NJCAA rankings in Division II, you see all these teams.
Yeah.
We talked about, you got the Lakers ranked at 8th. They're at 23-6. We've seen it in the last game.
Yeah, Mott here. They're 4-time national champions. Macomb's a perennial ranked team every single year. Henry Ford as well.
Layup doesn't go off the window. Barry has it. But Parks comes away with it. And we got a foul call. Jaden Johnson, he's heading the line to shoot 2. And both teams are now in the double bonus.
Johnson, one of 4 transfers on this team. He came over from Erskine College out there in South Carolina. It's a Division II school. And that's how you read a pass, because Parks, he tried to do exactly what Mid-Michigan's done all day, which is get out and transition. He read it perfectly, took it away, and more free throws for the Red Hawks.
What's interesting about this game, we talked about the Lakers averaging 95, the Red Hawks averaging 93. They're both sitting at 52 to 51 with 9. It's been a defensive just battle.
They'll be lucky to get to 70 apiece.
I made them both. Red Hawks up by 2. Zielinski lost the handle. Easy basket there for Devin Shelton. The lead is now 4. Long pass over to Monte Green. Nice job there by the Red Hawks.
9 steals in the game.
Overshone fires a 3, and it's down. Nice answer. Vince Overshone now with 8 points. Biggest basket of the night for him.
That's a weight off Vince's back. He was 0 for 7 from 3-point range and finally hits one. And go back to his free throws that he made. Knocked down both of them. Big confidence booster for him to knock down that shot.
Absolutely. Swansea in the lane, trying to shake. Clark can't. Gives it to Shelton. 10 on the shot clock. Shelton splits 3 defenders, gets to the rack. Doesn't go, but he traveled. Okay, I thought for sure it was going to be a foul at this tray. 8:32 left here. It is the Red Hawks leading by 1.
I thought the same thing. Thought there was contact. Didn't see the feet move that time, but that is a key turnover for the Red Hawks and a chance for Mid-Michigan to retake the lead. It's been Apollo and Rocky all night long, Chad. I love it.
Yeah, there's no doubt there. Jaden Clark out on the wing, feeds it. Monte Green. Zach Parks on the way for 3, and that is good. Man, he is something special.
I'll quote Dickie V, big players in big moments.
Absolutely.
That's number 23 in white.
15 now for Parks, but nice answer there. Carlos Berry puts it back, and we're back to tied up. This is, some big-time basketball reach there by Carlos Berry. That's going to put the Lakers on the free throw line with 93 feet away.
And I know you've been on the call for every single game today, Chad. Does this rank at the top right now when it comes to it?
There's no doubt. We had, really every game was pretty, it was close at half, but 16 to 18 point,
right, decided by the 5-minute mark in the half.
This one's tight. I mean, we're all knotted up at 57 with 7:58 left. So yes, by far the best game so far today.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Absolutely. As I mentioned in the first half, there's no slouches when it comes to the Great Lakes District Tournament, but whoever's going to win this game here tonight, as we're dipping into the very late hours on a Thursday, Mid-Michigan or Lake Michigan, they're going to take on a really good St. Clair team or a really good Edison State team, which we're going to be able to cover right after this. But it's going to be a very deserving team at the end of the day. Nobody's going to sneak in because they went on a little run and won a couple of games at the end of the year. Both these teams here on display right now certainly have earned their spot in a championship game and a national tournament bid, but also the two teams we're going to see later.
Yeah, no doubt. There's no free passes here in this gym. This is big-time basketball here, and the portal, a lot of changes over college athletics over the last couple of years. But you talk about these, you got national players coming in, and they have a chance to to flex their muscles. I think recruiting has changed a bit. Especially a lot of these, the D1 coaches, they're just recruiting on the portal. So great opportunity for these guys to kind of showcase their talent. There is no shortage of talent on the floor right now.
Right, and there's stepping stones too. You could start at the junior college level, can move up to the Division II, Division III level, and then you get the Division I shot. I'll draw back to a guy in John Yukamoto. He currently plays with the Motor City Cruise. He's a G League player. He just won the G League dunk contest. Where did he start his college career? Macomb Community College. Yep. So it can be done.
Absolutely. All right, 2 free throws made there by the Lakers. Red Hawks have it. Under 8 to play. Lakers trail by 2. 3-pointer on the way in the corner. Raines doesn't go. Monte Green with that board. We haven't seen a whole lot of Caleb Lindsay on the floor here in the second half.
I agree with that.
I wonder what's good. The story is there. Green has it, trying to shake. That's a tough assignment there for Leopold. Nice drop pass to Zielinski. The reverse layup is good. 61-57. Zielinski now with 6 points. None prettier than that.
Overshown's a magician. What a pass.
Red Hawks had it. It was Carlos Berry on the take. It rolls off the rim. And I think we got a foul call. I want to say Leopold had it. Zielinski ripped it from him. No, I'm sorry, Caleb Parks. That's his 4th foul. So Leopold at the line shooting 2. Stops the clock with 7-11. Those very important free throws that we touched on throughout this whole game.
Yeah, this game has become a mud fight because when you look at it, combined between the two teams, they're 11 of 50 from three-point range, Chad. 34 three-point attempts for the Mid-Michigan team. We talked about how they make it a lot, but both teams down the stretch, they realize it's a close one-possession game. They're going to need to find a way to create some points. They're getting in there. They're imposing their will physically, and free throws have been the biggest thing so far in this second half.
Yeah, definitely Flint town basketball right there. We've seen a lot of great teams in this town, the high school and the collegiate level. Obviously, we talk about the 4-time national championship Mott Bears, and you get it done with good guard play, good defense, and getting it done in the paint.
It's called Vehicle City for a reason. This is 2 Ram trucks going head-to-head at it right now.
All right, 61-59 Lakers with a 2-point lead, but it's Leopold. Comes away with it. Leopold doesn't go. Tip is good. Nice follow there by Berry. All tied at 61.
Berry up to 14 points. He's the only other scorer besides Caleb Gatewood to be in double figures. Champ Hayden with 9 as well.
All right, Lakers slow it down. Try to set up their offense. Amonte Green. Overshown. Shot goes off the rim, and we got another foul call. I don't know what. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on Leopold. I think Zach Parks was trying to shake him loose. So that's the 4th now. Fouls really starting to stack up here for both teams.
And this is kind of where you play a little bit of a strategic game here with a guy in Andrew Leopold, who's been great on the offensive end, especially knocking down free throws as well. But with 6:27 to go, 1 foul from Leopold, and he is going to be out of this game disqualified. He's going to take a seat right now, but when do you bring him back is the real question, because he's such a factor in the paint, especially in a game that's tied really late.
Yeah, he plays great defense as well, but he's going to have his, kind of limited there on his defensive abilities. Parks makes. And Caleb Gatewood back on the floor now for the Red Hawks with Leopold heading to the bench. 1 point lead now for the Lakers. Hayden has Overshone on him. 3-pointer on the way for Shelton. Catches rim. Parks with a board. Is that 16? With a question mark.
I've lost track. He's got 16 and 16,
Woo,
Chad.
how about that?
Tip your cap to the man.
All right, coming up on 6 minutes to play. 1 point lead now for the Lakers. Sure, Laker Nation is just glued. Hopefully they're watching this, I'm sure some people do on their phone, put it on their TV. See, I wonder how many establishments in Mount Pleasant have it on right now. All right, there is a long court pass of Monte Green, step back three, catches rim. How about that? Zach Parks with another board. 3-pointers down. Christian Zelensky. Big time basket there for him. He's got 9 points.
We talk about the dagger shots, and that's another big one.
Loose ball picked up by Parks. Long pass to Overshone. Nice ball movement between Green and Overshone.
Talked about elite guard play.
Yep,
That's on display right there between Green and Overshone. Two of the best in the conference.
Yep, 10 points now for Overshone. All of a sudden that lead is 6 points. 3-pointer on the way, and that's airmailed. Zach Parks with rebound number 18, I believe. All right, 5 minutes to go.
It's make or break time with a 6-point lead for Mid-Michigan. Talking if you're Lake Michigan right now, it's make or break. You got to execute or things are going to get out of hand.
Overshone has it out on the wing. Feeds Green. Green splits all the defenders. Kicks it corner for Parks for three. Catches rim. I think Green could have put that down.
Easily. He was a wide open lane there.
Carlos Berry has it. See if that plays into this game. 3-pointer on the way for Raines. Tip is by Gatewood. Goes out of bounds. And, yep, it goes over to the Lakers.
Give the Lakers credit down the stretch here. There was a good portion of this game very early on and early in the second half where Lake Michigan was dominating the offensive rebounding side of things. And right now, battling for that specific rebound right there shows this Mid-Michigan team is not going to allow any more second chance points.
Jaden Johnson back on the floor for the Red Hawks. All right, here come the Lakers with it. Green stumbles, stays with it. Hands off to Parks. Parks fakes the three, drops it. Green, try to feed Parks inside. What a play. Oh, man, that was close. I don't know. From this vantage point, it looked good, but referee's right there on the spot. So Red Hawks will have it with 4:10 left, down by 6.
Very tough, but it shows the will to win for Zach Parks. He has done absolutely everything. 18 rebounds with 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. He is 5 of 15 from the field, but it doesn't matter for what he's been able to do for his team in other areas.
All right, Red Hawks have to do something here with 4 minutes to go, down by 6. Berry inside, and reverse doesn't go. The follow, Gatewood can't get it to drop, but Berry stays with it. Raines, pump fake on the three. Swansea, and goes out of bounds. It's going to be Laker basketball.
A lot of contact there at the top of the key from Vince Overshone on Javon Swansea. No whistle, and Mid-Michigan's going to get it back up by 6.
All right, 3:50, taking our media timeout. You know, if you're Coach Caleb House, you're right now with a 6-point lead. What are you telling your team? It's getting the same for Ricky Hampton, trailing 6 now under 4 minutes.
Yeah, starting with that Laker team, continue to do what you've been doing. When you look at it, throughout the entire game, only 16 turnovers for this Mid-Michigan team. And a big reason, only 5 in this second half. They had 11 in the opening 20 minutes. So value the basketball. I'm not saying dwindle the shot clock down all the way for all 30 seconds, but get the best look possible. We're seeing the ball rotation for the Lakers impeccable right now between all the different guards that they have, and you got Parks as well. It's able to crash the boards for an offensive board. So continue to play your game, value the basketball. If you are the Lake Michigan Red Hawks, got to find a bucket, because we saw it to begin the game. We saw it to open up the second half. They really struggle to shoot the basketball. And even when they're getting to the rim, they're missing easy bunnies or reverse layups at times, and that cannot happen right now. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in your season, trailing by 6. Got to find a big bucket somewhere, and one of these guys, or maybe a couple, are going to have to rise to occasion and execute down the stretch.
Andrew Leopold still on the bench with those 4 fouls at 3:50. I see it's going to be the time where you got to check that big man back in, because he's really done a nice job down low.
He's got to match up against Parks in the paint.
All right, Lakers have it. Amante Green working on Johnson in the lane. Splits the defenders up off the window. Doesn't go. Redhawks. No, it's saved by the Lakers. What a play there by Green. Everyone seems kind of out of sorts there, but Zielinski said, you know what, I'll just take it in, and laid it up and in there. He's now got 11 points. Now the lead is 8.
That's refusal to lose right there from Amante Green. Just working harder than everybody else.
And we got a foul call on Zielinski, I believe. Zielinski, that's going to be his second.
Chad, there's 8 points on the table that I can think of in this second half for Mid-Michigan where they have missed an opening shot. They have gotten an offensive rebound, and they have executed. Now, getting the rebound was Caleb Gatewood on the opposite end over there, but snatching it away was Amante Green, saving it out of bounds. Zielinski finishes. Zielinski also hit a three-pointer on a second chance shot from deep, and there's 8 points that I can think of, and that's really the difference in this game is those 8 points on second chance buckets.
2 big-time free throws there for the Redhawks. They trail by 6. Lakers, they can kill some clock here, coming up on 3 minutes to play. And there's a Caleb Lindsay back on the floor now for the Lakers. Wow, big block there by Malik Raines, but Amante Green hits the deck. He's going to be heading line to shoot some free throws. I guess only plus for the Redhawks. It stops the clock with 3:03 left.
Amante Green's slippery, man. He just takes that one jab pump fake, and he's able to get by any single defender. He split 2 guys, got to the rim, and forces the foul. Whether he's making the bucket with a clean lane or he's getting fouled and going to the line, it's very effective.
Green missed the first, so I guess it's a good foul if you're a Redhawks fan. 3:03 left.
You're hoping
crunch time for the Hawks here.
You're hoping this Mid-Michigan team shoots below 72% from the line down the stretch.
Our lead moves to 7, 70-63. Carlos Berry trying to shake over Schoen, and we got another foul.
You can only go to 10 on our scoreboard here.
I lost count. I have to hit refresh on my stats, but well, by far the most fouls we've seen. It seemed like we had a relatively quiet first half.
How many would you guess for the entire game?
So there's 20 just in this half, so 43?
37.
Oh, my goodness.
So you're not far off at all.
All right, so we have a substitution back on the floor. Devin Shelton. And we still don't have any Andrew Leopold. I'm really surprised by that.
Yeah, this is where you just go all out. Make or break, as I mentioned. Got to have your big man in there that's going to be able to pull down some boards.
Yep, Parks. Oh, nice job there by Barry. Got to hit this one if you're the Hawks. It doesn't go, but falls right in the hands of number 0, Jaden Johnson. 4-point game. And we got a timeout. Ricky Hampton calls it. Redhawks timeout. Looks like it's a full timeout with 2:41 left. Woo! This is fun, Tom. I don't want this game to end.
Neither do I. I think we should play another 20 minutes and stay here till midnight.
All right, we're going to take probably one of our final breaks here. 2:41. Yep. Lakers on top, 70-66 over the Redhawks. We'll be right back. All right, back underway here. 2:40 left here in the ball game. It's the Lakers on top by 4. Overshown has it way out on the wing. Amante Green hits pause. 2:29 left. 18 on the shot clock. Overshown. Devin Shelton all over him. Cross, spin. And Overshown doesn't go. Rebound, Red Hawks.
That's a big
Long
miss.
outlet. Oh, man. Kuykendall had it.
Both
Lost
of these
the
teams
handle.
with blown opportunities on both ends.
Another foul call. They're going to call it on Malik Raines. He's going to send Vince Overshown to the line shooting 2. Man, that was a missed opportunity for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, and think about Overshown. He had a wide open lane. I don't think he expected to be so open on his layup. Shot it underneath the 10, and then on the other side, man, Kuykendall just could not hold on to the basketball, and that would have been a 2-point conversion to make it a 2-point game. Instead, it's now a 5-point contest, potentially 6, if Overshown knocks down the next.
So at the end of this conclusion of this game, you're going to be talking to the player of the game. It's tough. I mean, there's a lot of players to choose for. There's been some big-time basketball played tonight. This will be fun to figure this out. Vince Overshown made them both. The lead is now 6, coming up on 2 minutes to play. Red Hawks need to get something going and quick. Nice pass. Oh, just too strong there for Gatewood. He lost the handle. Lakers come away with it.
That's a
under
dagger.
2 minutes to play. Yep, that's going to be tough. Amonte Green, Caleb Lindsey, Vince Overshown. Man, this team is so deep. Down to 14 on the shot clock.
It's high ball pressure. Good stuff from Lake Michigan right now.
Parks has it, kicks it out. Green. Hesitation, down to 2. Parks lets it fly, doesn't go, and out of bounds off the Lakers. I guess the only benefit there, they didn't score, but they killed about 30 seconds was the Lakers. Down 127 left.
With 2 minutes left, it's a 2-possession game. You can afford to run a team down 30 seconds on a shot clock, and Mid-Michigan will take that.
Three-pointer on the way, off front rim. Zach Parks, who else with the board in traffic? Zielinski has it. And, almost over back. And Malik Raines with the steal. There's Carlos Berry, and it doesn't go. Oh, my goodness. Zach Parks has it. Wow, 1 minute of play here.
Wow.
Amonte Green takes his time, dribbles it back out. They got 20 seconds left on the shot clock. I mean, the Red Hawks, they trail by 6. You got to put them on the line, I would think.
Yeah, you're talking about a 72-70 game if they make both those layups. They missed them both, and it's an 8-point advantage for Mid-Michigan.
74-66.
Wow.
And Red Hawks lost the handle. Nice defensive effort there by the Lakers.
It's likely going to do it.
Here comes Zach Parks the other way. And the two-hander is down. The Lakers are going to punch their ticket. They're going to head to that District B championship game on Saturday afternoon. Woo! 10-point lead with 28 left. Zach Parks. We talk about the player of the game. He kind of put an exclamation point on it, Tom.
Yeah, and we said early in the ball game too, if this Mid-Michigan team starts to find their groove a little bit and the Red Hawks falter at all, it's going to be a 12-point game real quick. And it's 10 at the moment now, 9 after the made free throw. But that's just how fast this Mid-Michigan team can get on you when it comes to a couple of turnovers, a couple of made buckets in transition, and just playing elite-level basketball, taking advantage of the missteps that Lake Michigan presented.
All right, we got a timeout with 28 left. You talk about that lead is now 8. 76-68. They did just that. You got both teams on both sides of the gym here. You got the Chargers settled in there. You got the Skippers. So they're kind of watching this game. I'm sure they're enjoying it.
Oh yeah, they've been here for I'd say a good majority of the second half, looming in either corner there. But for both of these teams, they know they're going to square off against one of them on Saturday. So they're trying to get a little scouting report in there because earlier this week, you had a few days to scout your opponent. Edison for SC4, vice versa. But whoever wins this game is only going to have 24 hours to prep before they take on SC4 Edison State. So even right now is a little bit of scouting to do.
Parks on the inbound. Zielinski double teamed, but Lindsey has it. I think he called. No, I think he's trying to get a timeout call, but he's fouled. Stops the clock with 23.5. So that's his 4th foul now for Malik Raines. Lindsey, like I said, been pretty quiet, mostly for the second half, one of the starters.
Yeah, Lindsey, 4 points on the day. That's it for him. When you look at what he had at halftime, It was just 1 point, so he had a triple in the second half. But, for a guy that averages 7.2 points, he's well below his average. But it doesn't really matter because there are so many other guys on this team that have stepped up in big moments, a la Amonte Green, Vince Overshone, Zach Parks. Can't say enough about what he's been able to do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Redhawks have it. Three-pointer on the way for Shelton. That catches rim. Barry, rebound. Goes up, tries to get the reverse, and he's fouled with 12.4 left.
And I want to give just a huge tip of the cap to this Lake Michigan team. For a squad to go toe-to-toe with a program that has so much success, is so used to getting to the district championship game and be on the precipice of a national championship, and to do it all while being 1-13 in conference last year. You only won 7 games a year ago, and you were last in the MCCAA West. And to come here to show your teeth and be able to square up with Mid-Michigan late in the game like this program's headed in a new direction under head coach Ricky Hampton.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Love to see it. And that's, really similar path. We talk about E.J. Harrelson and his the Ocelots from Schoolcraft. He really did the same quick turnaround within 3 years.
Absolutely.
And one of the premier teams here in the country. All right, last possession coming up for the Lakers. Monte Green able to dribble it out, and that should be a final. 77-68 Lakers advance to that that final game, that championship game in District B on Saturday afternoon. So congratulations to the Lakers for getting it done, and huge accolades for the Redhawks, as we mentioned, just definitely turning things around quickly. So that was a lot of fun, Tom.
Yeah, it was. And obviously, you love to see, I wouldn't even consider Lake Michigan a Cinderella story because, they are very talented this year. But you always want to see the top teams go to the national tournament, compete for a district championship. And I think that happened here tonight in the number 8 team in the country, Mid-Michigan Lakers. No knock on Lake Michigan. They played their behinds off. A bright future for a guy in Caleb Gatewood, a bright future for a guy in Carlos Berry and Andrew Leopold, and so many other guys from this very young squad, 7 freshmen on that Lake Michigan team. They're going to be better for it in the future, and just getting a taste of what this type of environment feels like. But I'm very happy for the Lakers to be able to execute, get it done. Head coach Caleb House with another opportunity to get back to the national tournament.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be joining us here shortly. Him and Zach Parks on the postgame wrap. You see Tim Johnson down there right now about to tap him on the shoulder. Said, hey, come on up. It looks like having that conversation now. So this will be a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game, Tom. I loved calling the game. It's been probably a year or two.
It's been a while, yeah.
Always been fun. You joined us on our mod broadcast a few times, and I hear what you're doing. Sound great over there on the Monarchs broadcast as well.
Thank you. Would have loved for them to be here and competing later tonight, but I think the SC4 Skippers, they really wanted it, and they were tired of losing to Macomb, and we are going to be in for one heck of a game. Head coach Richard Field trying to get his team back to the national tournament. They're taking on what is a very, very good Edison State team at 19-8. 13-3 in conference play. We'll get you all of that information in right after our post-game show and a brief hiatus headed into our final game of the night. That, Chad, I think you hit the nail on the head. Well, it's going to be after 10 p.m.
For sure. All right, Zach Park coming up. Caleb Brown right behind him. We'll throw him on the headset.
Zach, give me some, man. What a performance. You're our player of the game in the District B semifinal. 77-68. You guys get it over Mid-Michigan as we bring in 14th-year head coach Caleb House as well. Zach, we'll start with you, man. Take a look back at your performance and what you did. I know it was a loss in that conference semifinal against KVCC, but what have you been able to do over the last couple of games? You nearly had 20 rebounds tonight. You went 16 and 19. What is your physicality? What does the preparation go in for you to be able to come out, put up 30 and 15 the other day, and do what you did tonight?
For my teammates, my coach, he has a lot of pride in me. He sees me as a good player, so I just go out there and do all I can to get the team to win.
You're flying through the air.
I hate to correct you, but they got him at 18 and 21 here. So
you're right. My bad.
18 and 21.
You're right.
So.
Sorry. That's on my stat sheet here. You're right. It is 18 and 19. Coach, I'll head over to you real quick. Talk about just what that game was like, because this Lake Michigan team, kind of on the opposite side of the coin from you guys. You guys are always in the mix here, always headed deep into the district championship. This is new territory for them, and they played you very hard.
Oh, yeah.
What was that like at halftime when they, put a push on you guys toward the end of the first half. What was that conversation with you and your team like at half?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, it's not really a team we wanted to play in this game, to be honest. They are very, very dangerous. They have tons of individual talent and skill. It was going to be a tough matchup. We knew going in. So honestly, at halftime, I kind of felt pretty good about where we were. You know, we talked a lot about having poise down the stretch, making big plays down the stretch. And I really think you mentioned the loss to KVCC. I thought we were really tight in that game. And I thought today, maybe playing that game at KVCC helped us out a little bit as far as just going out and making plays down the stretch in big moments and a lot of defensive plays. I thought, you know, it was a team win, but obviously Zach led us in the stats, so it was awesome.
Let's talk scheme for a second because, I mean, you both can answer this question right here. Not the best day shooting the basketball from three-point range. I mean, there was a stretch in that first half where I think you guys missed 4 or 5 in a row in a 30-second period. Zach, you were 1 of 7, but you still finished with 18 points. Talk about, I mean, being one of the top teams in the conference in three-point shooting all year long. You're so good at it, but in a game where you got to muck it up a little bit, talk about, you know, that adjustment that you guys had to make to come out and get a win after shooting what was, I think, 30% from three-point range.
Yeah, 8 for 39.
I think it just shows that we can shoot the ball bad and we can still get to the rim and score and get to our spots and score whenever we want.
Yeah, I think you know, just to piggyback off what he's saying, the threat of our shooting got us downhill today, which got us to the free throw line, which then helped us out to be able to score in those big moments. So we're going to shoot the ball better as we go, but it's hard in these games. These games are, you know, there's pressure, there's good defense, you know, and so, you know, just getting your shots and knocking them in, I think we'll continue to do that.
Absolutely. Last question for both you guys. Back in this same spot, it was the District C championship a year ago against Macomb. This year, it's going to be facing either SC4 or an Edison State team, both very good. What's it going to take to get over the hump and get to Danville this year?
Yeah, you know, we talk all the time about just, you know, being connected, taking good shots, and then being locked in on defense. And when you hold a team to 31% from the field defensively, you got a good chance to win. So I think those are things we're going to be really focused on in preparation. These are two really good teams. We can't wait for the moment on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say just staying focused in practice tomorrow and being ready for these guys. We're both a very good team, so we'll be ready.
That's a quick turnaround, but that's March, man.
That's absolutely.
Zach Parks, Caleb House, our players of the game, player and coach of the game, after a huge 77-68 win over Lake Michigan to advance to the District B championship game on Saturday night. Thanks a lot, fellas. Just about 14 minutes away from our final game of the night, and yeah, it's going to be about a 10-15 start, I'd venture to say, so we'll get out of here a little bit after midnight, but we'll close it down. Your final score one more time, 77-68. Your player of the game, Zach Parks, with 18 points, 19 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal to help those Lakers get back to the district championship and a chance at getting to the national tournament once more. Alongside Chad Toms, Tom Cavanaugh saying so long from Mott Community College. We'll be back in 14 minutes for SC4 facing off against Edison State. Last final words, Chad.
Oh, just that was one of my favorite games of my career to watch. Congratulations to the Lakers for getting it done. I'm really excited to see what the Red Hawks do with this fine season and the turnaround. I look for them to come back and be even stronger next year.
Yes, sir. We'll do it all over again in just a few. Final game of the semifinal on the men's side. SC4 and Edison State just around the corner. We'll be back.